Hi, my name is Jim, and you might know me as Radio Jim, but I just received the new Death Stranding 2 Hamilton Boulton in the mail, and I just wanted to get a quick recording of the unboxing process. I know there's a QR. Oh, it's actually right there. Yeah, it comes in this slip here. I'm not going to be super fancy or technical here. I noticed, especially for the Phantom Pain watch, there just were not very many good videos showing it off. So I just wanted to make one that was kind of, I think it's try not to bump my boom here. I think that's a general QR code. So knock yourself out with that one. The outside one might be as well. I don't know. But yeah, I know that there's an official one. But I mean, I had it here, and I thought it might be a good opportunity to maybe take some measurements and stuff. I have the Phantom Pain watch in the mail. I found a really good deal on one, and I don't know what size NATO strap it takes, because just nobody recorded that information.
Editor Jim here. I should note that, yes, that information is online, but it is not consistent. Like, this guy here says that, according to eBay, the lug width is 19 millimeters, which it is. And this guy here says that, according to eBay, the lug width is 22 millimeters, which it is.
Because there's like one unboxing video on all of YouTube. I mean, granted, that was like a decade ago, but, you know. I probably should have looked at the box in a little more detail, but it's relatively plain. Yeah. Quite plain. Anyway, I hope that I can find my calipers when the time comes. My setup is very, very slapdash here. I have everything. I have my phone balanced on top of this ball joint boom that I got on Amazon for like $20. Yeah. Very nice. Pretty straightforward. There's a little bit of branding inside, as well as a Rogue Arrow sticker right here. I think that just fell off. Alright, I have seen this far on the official Hamilton X account. I would like to get a nicer setup so that I can be a little more organized here. But yeah, anyway, I'm not going to go into all the history of Hamilton and whatever. You can leave that to the other channels to be encyclopedic and all that fun stuff. But this was worn by, or this is worn rather, by Luca Marinelli's character Neil in Death Stranding 2. You can actually see this watch in the pre-order trailer at the 8-minute and 21-second mark. I'm just trying to get the tag off without ripping it, if I may. All right. Yeah, looking very nice. Okay, I can't. Oh, there we go. These little arrows here tell you how to unwrap the... You know, I just did some SKX mod kits, and they had those same arrows. I guess it's probably an industry standard in that case. Or they get their bracelets manufactured at the same factory in China, right? All right. Oh, come on now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, as expected. It is quite light. It definitely, and I would say the weight is kind of... It's not much more than a resin G-Shock, honestly. I mentioned this in my SKX mod video that I've already recorded. That video was such a wreck. I don't know if I'll be able to save it in editing or not, because I just kind of did it without an outline or anything, so it was such a mess. But I did comment on how when you're removing the plastic from a clasp, there's always one more piece. Sometimes I'll think I've got it all, and then I'll wear a watch for like 3 days and then discover there's a piece of the plastic on the clasp that I missed. I've actually never had a butterfly clasp before, so I don't know what the the best way is to put it on. I guess I just kind of do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's very nice. Is there... What's the pin system like? Oh, it looks like it's conventional pins. So if I wanted to take it off and show you the case back, that could be a pain. All right, let's try to find... I'm sure there's a bracelet tool in here somewhere. Maybe. There's a ribbon here. I feel like that's actually to get the watch out, though. In the bottom here, there's a little... Oh, interesting. There are, like, different... So there was this little envelope in there, and then there's a hard bottom, and then this stuff. Let's see what we have. Just a little brochure. Especially with that art style, man, right? That art style with the headband. Very cool. I'm not going to read it all because I am trying to keep this short and sweet. User manual. I'm pretty sure most of us know how to operate an automatic watch. Pretty straightforward. International warranty. 2-year international warranty. Very cool. So is this where my... Okay, microfiber cloth. Oh, very nice. That's a nice little perk. But hold on, do I not get a spring bar tool? Yeah, I really like it. PVD coating. Very nice. So it winds at the crown without having to pull it out. And then I imagine it's going to be actually, it's probably just one stage, right? Because there's no date complication. So it's just one stage. And we do have hacking, it seems. Yes. Put this guy here for a second. And let me grab my caliper. Where did I put my caliper? All right. The listed case size is 36 to 48. So, full case, including the crown, is 40. If we skip the crown, then, yeah, right about 36. And then I assume the case is without the lugs? Yes. And then lug-to-lug is a little tricky, isn't it? Because of the, you don't have much purchase there. Hold on, let me clean up my workspace just a little bit here. It is quite claustrophobic. If I really don't know if these are going to be, like every once in a while I'll do a new project and I'll do like 3 of them and then I'll be satisfied and I'll stop. Kind of like with my audio only reviews on Radio Jim. But if I keep doing this, I'm definitely going to have to get some kind of a proper overhead camera rack because this ball joint boom is just too much of a pain. I don't like it being so close to me, especially with how tall that, I don't know where I put the white outer sleeve now, but even just like the the internal hard box. It's not that tall, but it is so tall that it's taking up a lot of the frame at this low height. This boom is quite small, but not bad for what it is. It got me going pretty cheap. Anyway, it would be nice if this would just stay down. That would be convenient. Let's try to get the lug-to-lug if we can. Do our best anyway. Actually, what if we just like a this and a that? Lug-to-lug is about 57, it seems. Let's see. Listed thickness, 13.7. Yep. Buckle width, 28.5. Okay, that's not... What is buckle width? This is something that maybe I should know, but I don't really. What is a buckle width? Oh, there we go. It's including the buttons. I assume is what that means, buckle width. All right. Let's see here. I do believe that I have a pin mallet here. Yep. All right. Yeah, I had an alarm set to order this thing. And I placed my order like 2 minutes after it went live. And then I checked back, like I want to say like an hour later, and it was sold out in the USA, still available in Japan, and then shortly after that, it was out worldwide. Honestly, the FOMO stuff really bums me out. I wish that they would just make enough. I know that it's not strictly that simple because, you know, there is a difference between having enough and having a surplus, right? And you don't want to have a surplus and have too many, I guess. I don't know. It might all just be evil FOMO, for all I know. Did I just pull the short one out? Hold on, were there? I don't know why I have 2 pins now. Wait, what? Why do I have 2 pins? Whoa. Okay, I am in over my head here. This pin is like a little tube, and the other pin goes into it? I don't know what's going on. Okay, now that I see it from here, let's see about that lug width, yeah? Editor Jim here one more time. I actually had to re-upload this video because I realized that I made a mistake. I measured the lug width on the inside of the end links, where the first normal link is, but of course that isn't necessarily the same as the actual lug width when the bracelet is removed. I said that the listed lug width of 21 was incorrect, but no, I was actually wrong, because when you actually remove the end link, it is 21. Interesting. Okay, so the thicker of the 2 pins, the hollow one, goes in here. Then the links come together. And then the narrow one goes through. What an interesting system. I'm sure that people who actually know what they're doing with watches are used to this system, but that is completely new to me. A whole new world. Okay. So, long pin, short pin. Let's take one more out. All right, that is also a longer pin. That comes off. And then inside the smaller link, that is where you'll find the shorter hollow pin. Don't that just beat all? Actually, I guess I shouldn't take that off, because we've removed a link. So the shorter hollow pin should stay, and then we'll rejoin them. I don't see any micro adjustments. That will be a point of concern. I guess I'd have to just round up. I know I need a better and larger pin mallet. I'm just working with what I have right now because, honestly, this is the first watch that I've had that was, well, first of all, it's now the most expensive watch that I own. Dethroning my my Seiko Prospex and my Phantom Pain watch. But also, I have no experience with this pin system. Yeah, so I need to take one more link out. So, I believe, did I take the link off the 12 o'clock side? It looks like yes. It is such a pain with this little bitty hammer. I'm definitely going to order a pin hammer, like as soon as I finish filming this video. There we go. Now, we'll take this out, and we'll leave the hollow pin inside of the narrow link, and then bring them back together. Build a bridge, if you will. Okay. For a watch that's expensive, I would have liked if they had given us screw-in pins, but what are you going to do? All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. All back together. I don't think this has any lume, but let's go ahead and get us a lume shot anyway, just to see what happens. Yeah, it appears there is no lume at all. I know that you can kind of see that because the camera's adjusting, but it's quite dark from my perspective, and yeah, there's nothing. I have my Seiko Prospex here on the Uncle bracelet. Can we get yeah, there we go. Let's just get a comparison here so you can see sort of where we are in terms of darkness. Yeah, so no lume at all on the Hamilton. Yeah, by the way, it has I wasn't going to go into all the encyclopedic stuff and all the tech specs. I do know that it has an 80-hour power reserve and 5-bar water resistance. Let's get the light turned back on. And one other thing that I wanted to do that I forgot when I was doing the sizing was I wanted to have the F91 for scale. I think that's a really, really nice metric that I've always thought that would be a cool idea to do F91 for scale, right? So we can put the F91 on. You can kind of get an idea of. So it's a big watch. That's for sure. Do I have a G-Shock Square in arm's reach? Okay, we have I just felt like grabbing my Giez because that That was my first titanium watch ever. I really like that watch. I wish they would bring these back. That's a tangent. Anyway, yeah, so even compared to the G-Shock Square, as you can see, it is a big boy. A big wide boy. And then a close-up of the side-by-side with the F91. Where is my diamond tester? Just because we can, whenever we're dealing with sapphire, I like to test it. Because every once in a while, I just had a watch that I thought was sapphire, that all the websites said was sapphire, and it wasn't. One thing about this watch is that when you're setting the time, there are no indices for individual minutes, only for the fives. So, like, for example, it's 10:16 p.m. right now, right? So if I wanted to set it for like 10:17, I'll just have to kind of eyeball it a little bit. So it's like, that's probably the biggest negative of the watch that I've noticed so far, is that if you wanted to make small adjustments, you have to be sure that you're doing it at a 5-minute mark. Okay, this is ready. So, oh, for the record, this G-Shock Square it's the 50th anniversary one. It's the intermediate model, the DW5000R. So yeah, that's just mineral glass. So always good to have a control. And then the Prospex does have sapphire. And then very cool. But yeah, overall, very cool watch. Like I said, this is just my my first watch video, so a little rough around the edges. I definitely want to do a better outline next time, because I felt a little disorganized, but hopefully you had a good time just chilling. I hate that this watch is so expensive now that it's discontinued. That's just how it be, right? If you want one, I hope that you have good luck, that maybe the prices will come down after the hype wears off. But yeah, anyway, I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I will certainly be doing more watch videos. I already mentioned that I had... Oh, I mentioned in my... Where's that watch, actually? Yeah, I have this custom AE1200. And, yeah, I'm going to make a video about that soon. I don't want to say too much in the meantime. So yeah, I'll have at least one more watch video coming. And then we will just see what happens after that. In the meantime, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you again very soon. Take care.